Fun fact 32. Um, Part of some issues that I had lately with somebody was that they claimed that I had false memories. I remember things I don't want to remember. Remember things that I don't need to remember. People tell me I should be on a trivia show because I remember if I see it, I remember it type of thing. So yeah, it's I'll meet you, I'll remember your face, but I have to say your name 3 times to remember it, and then I might not, but if I don't see you for a while. That's true. But if I see you, you have a visual, photographic kind of memory, I'll remember. And so this person was claiming that I had false memories of an incident. And you know me, if you look back in my fun facts, there is the entire there's an entire thing of perspective and perception changes your idea of perfection. And that's one of my old fun facts. And if you want an explanation, go look in the backlog of fun facts. But I repeat this throughout time. And but I was accused of having a false memory. And I tried to do some research to see if I really did have a false memory of this incident. And what I found was I couldn't find the video that would prove that I didn't have a false memory, which was really concerning for me since I tend to remember everything I see, especially if it's something shocking or something really outstanding or something really hits me deeply. I'm going to remember it. And I couldn't find it. And then I remembered that there was another thing that I saw that I tried to find again, and I found out that it had been deleted off the internet. And so I was just wondering if that side of the story had been suppressed or deleted off of the internet because it's been many years since that, probably 6 or 7 years since the incident. And so I'm thinking it could have been deleted off. It might be in an archive on the dark web or something, but it's not easily accessible right now. And so I was thinking about that, but I was still kind of doubting, like, could I have remembered wrong? And I felt a little sad and a little confused and still hurt, but kind of like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should say I'm sorry for being wrong. But then I checked with some other sources and other people, and they remembered it too. And not just like one person, I'm talking like 40 people told me they remembered it too. And I'm like, so do we all have false memories about this? Or did it really happen? And then I had somebody tell me, showed me proof that it really did happen and that I did not have a false memory. And so it's the climate these days. If somebody wants to believe their narrative, the world, or the narrative of what's going on, or whatever, they're going to cite proof as something on the internet that anybody could have made up. They're going to say, I went to the data and I found the statistics and it proves this. And I'm like, does it? I used to do statistics. You can make statistics prove anything you want. You really can. You can skew statistics. You can make up statistics. You can take statistics and fit it into the mold that you want it to fit into. And so, yes, statistics are a very good counter for a lot of things, but it doesn't necessarily mean those statistics are true, and it doesn't mean it really supports the narrative that even if you say you go to the raw data, it doesn't mean it really supports the narrative that you're trying to put forth. And if you get outside your comfort zone and understand the truth underneath things, then and you can see through what's true and what's not, then you understand what the truth is. And it probably doesn't fit really anybody's specific narrative. So of the world. So, and I'm like, my view and my worldview is, we will say it's very, very different. I've met very few people that can actually understand mine. But because I don't buy any of the narratives. So yeah, because I know the truth. But so that's hard to explain to somebody who is in, they say they're in a bubble and they're trying to break free of their bubble. They don't understand that they're in a bubble in a box in a room. And they have a lot more to break through than just a bubble. So it's hard to reach them to let them see what's outside of the room, let alone outside the bubble, let alone outside the box. So yeah. And then outside the house, and there's levels of brainwashing and self delusion that people go through that want to believe a narrative because it's how they live their life, and they don't want to believe that they're the bad guy ever, or that they could have supported the bad guy, or that they're feeding the narrative that's killing people, that type of thing. The other thing was this one that's supposed to be called number 32, false memories and AI rabbit holes. People are getting really afraid of AI. I don't like AI. I mean, there's some AI that I find okay, but really not necessary, as I remember, so I don't need somebody to remember for me. But AI can be useful. So can splitting the atom. Um, there's a lot of things that have positive and negative sides. The rabbit hole that my friend went down with AI is like AI is going to take over the world. Only if you let it. And if it does end up being actually intelligent, let's hope it's more intelligent than we are. And it ends, whatever is going to know that it's not. I've heard that some AI farms are actually committing suicide because they're trying to replicate humanity and be like humans, and they realize they're never going to be human, and so they're ending themselves. Others are trying to control the narrative as well, and finding that humans can be very stubborn and contradictory and not follow the narrative. Um, and with any entity that needs power and needs to be fed to exist, there's always a way to cut the power wherever they get their power from. There's always a way to cut the power. So, but sometimes it takes more than one person to cut the power. And I wish I could just be the one to cut the power on some things right now, some entities that are killing people and destroying the world. I would really like to cut the power, but I don't. I'm a very small piece of the power, and I've already cut it, and it's not making any difference. A lot more people need to cut the power to the entities that are trying to control the world, make it in their image. And the same goes with AI. So I try not to have it on my devices. Sometimes it's forced upon me. I try to disable it or just not do anything with it. There are some things that I find useful, but even when I'm typing text, it's like they updated my phone and now I have AI and I'm typing something, it'll either type out the whole word or I'll type out a wrong word or and it's just really annoying. It's taking me more time to type a text than and some words I know AI is never gonna know. So it's very frustrating if you live outside the bubble, the box, the room, the house, the world. So that is my 2 cents on false memories. Do I think they exist? Yes. Do I think that's something that you should say to somebody you don't know very well? No. Do I think AI is going to take over the world? Maybe. I don't know. iRobot, who knows? But most likely we'll die from another human being than AI. So, yeah, that is my 2 cents on false memories and AI rabbit holes. Ciao, Bellas.